When you look at these players in today's era, being LeBron, there's really no comparison. When you talk about the level of competitiveness, Michael bunched up all of his competitiveness and sort of exposed it out to the world within 12 to 14 years.
Scottie Pippen has officially snapped, and his targets are LeBron James and Kevin Durant. According to Pippen, they crossed a line by disrespecting the legacy of NBA icon Larry Bird. And once you find out what set this off, it's clear why one of the greatest defenders ever is furious. This isn't a lazy hot take or social media noise. This is deeply personal. It's about legacy, respect, and the growing disconnect between today's superstars and the legends who built the game. Private comments from LeBron and KD have now surfaced, sending the basketball world into chaos. Pippen didn't mince words, and neither will we. Let's break it all down.
Want to follow? I mean, that's Danny Ainge's opinion, and we all have our opinion. But my problem is more so with LeBron. If you are the greatest player, if people are saying you are the greatest player, or if people are saying Michael Jordan is the greatest player, why do you need to say it?
Right.
Michael Jordan has never, ever said he's the greatest player.
Here's how everything unraveled. It's mid-January 2025. LeBron James and Kevin Durant are both in Los Angeles at a super-exclusive private basketball gathering. Invite-only A-list crowd, billionaires, celebrities, the whole scene. The vibe is supposed to be chill. No media, no drama. Just hoops talk and quiet networking. Except someone in that room was recording, and whatever was captured on that phone was never meant to leave the building. Around 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, the audio hits Twitter. You already know what happens next. One post turns into a wildfire. Within an hour, it's everywhere. In the clip, you can clearly hear LeBron and KD casually talking about all-time greats. Nothing unusual at first. Players debate rankings all the time. Then the tone shifts. LeBron is heard saying something along the lines of, "Larry Bird was great for his era, but honestly, he's not cracking the top 20 today. The athleticism gap alone would expose him." KD jumps in laughing, adding, "For real. People talk about Bird like he was untouchable, but today? He's basically a slower Gordon Hayward. Solid player, but way overrated once you really break it down." Pause on that for a second. Two of the most influential players of this generation, casually brushing off Larry Bird, a three-time champion, three-time MVP, and one of the coldest shooters and trash talkers the league has ever seen, like he's just another guy. The level of disrespect is unreal. Naturally, the internet explodes. Within hours, the clip racks up millions of views. The fanbase splits instantly. Younger fans shrug it off, saying things like, "They're not wrong, Bird played against plumbers." Meanwhile, old-school fans are furious. Hashtags like #RespectBird and #LegacyMatters start trending worldwide. What started as a leaked clip turns into a full-scale generational showdown. But here's where it really heats up. Because Scottie Pippen, someone who battled Larry Bird in the Celtics year after year, is watching all of this go down. And Scottie is not amused.
Being LeBron, there's really no comparison. When you talk about the level of competitiveness, Michael bunched up all of his competitiveness and sort of exposed it out to the world within 12 to 14 years. We saw his whole resume, his competitiveness.
Now here's the part you can't overlook. Scottie Pippen is built different. This is a guy who survived the grind of 90s basketball. He guarded legends. Bird, Magic, everybody. He understands better than most what it actually took to survive and dominate in that era. And he's always been loud about one thing: respect the legends who laid the foundation. So when Scottie hears LeBron and KD casually brushing off Larry Bird like he was some footnote in history, something inside him flips. January 18th, 2025. Pippen drops a post on Instagram. No caption. No explanation. Just a photo of Larry Bird holding an MVP trophy, with the eyes emoji. That's it. But everyone gets the message. The comments go nuclear. Fans start tagging LeBron and KD nonstop. "Y'all woke up the wrong one. Pip about to cook." And they weren't wrong. 2 days later, Scottie pulls up on a rising underground basketball podcast, one of those raw, no-filter shows where players don't play PR games. The host brings up the leaked audio, and Scottie doesn't dodge it for even a second. He leans forward and says, "Let me tell you something about Larry Bird. That man would cook anyone in today's league. Anyone. You think guys are tough now? Bird played through broken fingers, a wrecked back, and still gave you 30, while telling you exactly where he was about to shoot from." Then he goes straight at LeBron and KD. They're talking about Bird like he was some nobody. That's not analysis, that's ignorance. And Scottie keeps going. He starts naming games, moments, possessions where Bird embarrassed elite defenders. He breaks down Bird's IQ, his killer instinct, his leadership, how he controlled games without needing elite athleticism. Then the conversation takes a hard left. Scottie brings up LeBron's GOAT argument. LeBron wants to be called the greatest ever, he says, but you don't disrespect the men who built this game. That's not greatness. You don't tear legends down to lift yourself up, you honor them. Just like that, Scottie Pippen questions LeBron's entire legacy in one breath. The clip explodes. 10 million views in under 24 hours. NBA Twitter is on fire. Fans are choosing sides. Former players start speaking up. Current players start liking posts they probably shouldn't. And through all of it, LeBron and Kevin Durant say nothing.no, tweets.no, interviews.no, responses. Just silence, and in the NBA, silence can be louder than anything.
Bird that are told than any other player.
Because he was the best trash talker ever. So Leon Wood was one of my teammates. And we're sitting in the locker room getting ready for the three-point shooting contest. And I was kind of just talking to Leon, trying to calm him down, and we had all these three-point shooters in there. Bird comes in and says, "Which one of you is going to come in second place?"
Scottie Pippen isn't the kind of guy who talks just to hear himself speak. If he's coming at you, he's coming prepared. And over the next few days, he proves exactly that. Scottie goes on a full-blown media run, and he shows up with receipts that we're talking numbers. Film. Context.it starts on Twitter with a thread that instantly goes viral. Scottie lays out Larry Bird's resume like a case file. 3 straight MVPs from 1984 to 1986. 3 NBA titles. 12 All-Star selections. 2 Finals MVPs. Then he drops the career averages. 24.3 points, 10 rebounds, 6.3 assists per game. No fluff. Just facts. But Scottie doesn't stop there, because stats without context don't tell the real story. That he reminds everyone that Bird put those numbers up in an era where hand-checking was legal, where defense was physical, where every trip to the rim meant getting met by enforcers like Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn. No freedom of movement. No whistle-happy refs. Scottie basically asks the question everyone's thinking. You really believe Bird wouldn't dominate today? In a league where defenders can't even brush a shooter? Scottie says Bird would be flirting with 35 a night, easy. Then he starts pulling out playoff tape. The 1987 Eastern Conference Finals, Bird averaging nearly 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists against Detroit's brutal, punishing defense. The 1986 Finals, Bird controlling games, burying clutch shots, talking trash, breaking teams mentally before the final buzzer ever sounded. Scottie paints the picture of more than just talent. This was a killer, a competitor, a player who had that edge, the thing that separates great players from all-time legends. And that's when it turns personal. In another interview, Scottie's tone shifts. He talks about what Larry Bird meant to the game. Bird respected basketball. He respected his opponents. He respected the history and the grind. Scottie contrasts that with today's stars, saying too many of them act like the game started when they showed up. They don't realize they're standing on the shoulders of giants. And when you disrespect those giants, Scottie says, you're disrespecting the foundation of the entire sport. The basketball world eats it up. Fans are reposting clips. Former players are nodding along. Commentators are calling it one of the most passionate defenses of an NBA legend in years. What started as a leaked audio clip has turned into a full-scale reckoning about legacy, respect, and what greatness really means. That's when the old guard starts speaking up. Magic Johnson posts a tribute to Larry Bird on Instagram with a simple caption, "Real ones know. No explanation needed." Charles Barkley jumps on TV and doesn't mince words. Scottie's right. Larry Bird would cook everybody today, and it wouldn't even be close. Even a handful of current players, guys who grew up studying Bird's game, come out in his defense. But LeBron and KD, still nothing. And that silence only fuels the fire. Scottie isn't slowing down either. The conversation has officially gone mainstream. ESPN runs it nonstop. Sports talk shows devote entire segments to it. Social media turns into a battlefield. And the divide is almost perfectly generational. On one side, you've got the older generation. Fans who actually watched Bird play, former players who battled him, analysts who lived that era. They're riding with Scottie all the way. They flood timelines with Bird highlights. Stories about his competitiveness, his insane work ethic, his clutch gene. The message is consistent and loud. Larry Bird is untouchable and LeBron and KD crossed a line. On the other side, younger fans rush to defend LeBron and KD. They argue that basketball has evolved, that today's players are bigger, faster, stronger. They say it's not disrespect, it's just reality. Some even double down, claiming Bird benefited from weaker competition and a slower era. Hashtag start trending. Hashtag respect Bird versus hashtag new era basketball. Twitter polls pop up everywhere. Prime Larry Bird versus Prime LeBron James. Who wins? The results land dead even. 50-50. At this point, it's bigger than basketball. This turns into a full-on cultural debate. History versus progress, legacy versus evolution, respect versus realism. And then more legends start choosing sides publicly. One former MVP tweets, "Scottie speaking facts. These kids don't know what real basketball looks like." A Hall of Famer fires back, "The game has evolved. Today's era is different, and that's okay. The lines are drawn, and there's no turning back now. The divide is real, and it's getting ugly." Scottie sees the chaos unfolding, and instead of easing up, he presses harder. In another interview, he makes his stance crystal clear. "I knew this was going to be controversial," Scottie says. "But somebody had to say it. We can't let the history of this game get rewritten by people who didn't live it. Larry Bird deserves better. The 80s and 90s deserve better. And if LeBron and KD can't understand that, then they're not the leaders I thought they were." That's not just criticism, that's a challenge. The pressure ramps up instantly. Fans are demanding answers. Every post, every interview, every appearance comes with the same question. When are LeBron and KD going to respond? The longer they stay quiet, the worse it looks. Then, almost a full week into the madness, the silence finally breaks. Late January 2025. LeBron finishes a game. The final buzzer sounds and reporters surround him. Everyone knows what's coming. Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, the leaked audio. There's no avoiding it, and LeBron handles it the way only LeBron does, measured, diplomatic, but firm enough to let you know he's not folding. "Look," LeBron says, adjusting his headband. "I have nothing but respect for Larry Bird. He's a Hall of Famer, a champion, an icon. What me and KD were talking about was a private conversation that got taken out of context. It was a theoretical discussion about different eras and people ran with it." He pauses. "I never said Larry Bird was trash. I said the game has evolved. That's just a fact." Then comes the line that sends everything back into overdrive. "Scottie's entitled to his opinion," LeBron adds. "But he wasn't in that room. He doesn't know the full context of what was said. I respect his legacy, but I'm not apologizing for having a basketball conversation." Boom. LeBron just made it official. No apology, the internet detonates all over again, and then there's Kevin Durant. Because of course there is. KD takes to Twitter and does what he does best. Goes on a full posting spree. 15 tweets. No filters. No pauses. He kicks it off with, "Y'all love turning nothing into something," and just like that the fire gets even bigger. "Nobody disrespected Larry Bird," KD insists. "We were talking hypotheticals. If Bird played today, would he be the same player? That's a fair question. Y'all are acting like we spit on his grave or something." He keeps going. "Bird was great for his era. That's not disrespect, that's reality. Basketball evolves. Rules change. Athletes change. Everything changes. You can't just drop someone from 1985 into 2025 and expect identical results. That's common sense." Then KD turns his attention directly to Scottie Pippen. Funny how Scottie wants to lecture everyone about respecting legends, but he's out here questioning LeBron's GOAT status. Where's the respect in that? Sounds like selective outrage to me. The backlash is instant and vicious. LeBron and KD's supporters rush to their defense, calling the outrage overblown and emotional. They argue that fans are being too sensitive, that debating eras isn't disrespect, and that honest basketball discussions shouldn't be off limits. But Scottie's camp? Not having it. Within hours, Pippen fires back on social media. Clarifying isn't respect, he writes. You said what you said. And if you truly respected Larry Bird, you wouldn't have said it at all, private conversation or not. Leadership means honoring those who came before you, not explaining yourself after you get exposed. Then comes a second post, this one aimed straight at KD. And don't twist my words. I never disrespected LeBron. I said you can't call yourself the greatest while tearing down the greats who built the stage you stand on. That's a big difference. From there it's nonstop. Fans dig in deeper. Players start subtweeting. Media outlets milk every angle. Debate shows replay the same clips on loop. No one backs off. No one blinks. And nobody is interested in being the bigger person. This isn't cooling down, it's escalating. And as of right now, there's no resolution in sight. LeBron and KD have spoken, but they haven't apologized. Scottie has made his stance crystal clear, and he's not backing down. What started as a leaked conversation has turned into a full-blown clash over legacy, leadership, and what true greatness really means. And the NBA world is still very much on fire. The basketball world has never felt more split. And honestly, this debate cracked open a much bigger conversation. How we judge greatness across eras. Here's the truth. Scottie Pippen isn't wrong about one crucial thing. Respect matters. The NBA didn't just appear out of nowhere. It was built by players like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, and yes, Scottie Pippen himself. These guys sacrificed their bodies, played through brutal injuries, and competed under far tougher, more physical rules. To casually brush aside that legacy, even in a private conversation, doesn't sit right with a lot of people, and understandably so. But LeBron and KD aren't completely wrong either. Basketball has evolved. The modern game is faster, more athletic, more spaced out, and more skill-heavy than ever before. Acknowledging that isn't disrespectful, it's reality. The real issue wasn't the opinion itself, but the delivery, the tone, the dismissiveness, the lack of nuance. Had they framed the conversation differently, this might never have turned into a firestorm. What's clear is that this generational divide isn't going anywhere. Younger fans grew up watching LeBron and KD dominate the league. To them, this is the highest level basketball has ever reached. Older fans grew up watching Bird, Magic, and Jordan. To them, that era defined greatness. And both sides are convinced their era is superior. But here's what truly matters. Larry Bird's legacy doesn't need defending. 3 championships, 3 MVPs, a Hall of Fame career. Nothing said in a leaked, private conversation can erase that. What Scottie is really fighting for isn't just Larry Bird, it's the principle. The idea that greatness should be honored, not diminished. That you don't need to tear down the past to celebrate the present. And for LeBron and KD, this moment may linger, not because they were entirely wrong, but because it exposed a lack of awareness. In a league built on history, how you talk about the legends matters just as much as how you play the game. Because in basketball, legacy isn't just measured in points and rings, it's measured in respect. In a league built on legacy and respect, even hypothetical dismissals come with real consequences. Scottie made sure of that. He set out to defend a legend, spark a necessary conversation, and remind everyone that the history of this game still matters. Whether you agree with him or not, you can't question his passion, and that's what makes this moment so compelling. It's real. It's emotional. And it's far from over. This clash between Scottie Pippen, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant over Larry Bird's legacy has revealed something deeper about basketball culture. The league is standing at a crossroads between honoring the past and celebrating the present. Those two things can coexist, but only if they're handled with respect, context, and humility. And that's exactly what got lost in that leaked conversation. So now the question is yours. Was Scottie right to call out LeBron and KD? Or did he go too far over a private debate? Could Larry Bird truly dominate in today's NBA? Or is this just nostalgia talking? And most importantly, where do you draw the line between honest basketball discussion and outright disrespect? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is the kind of debate that defines basketball fandom, and we want to hear your take. Are you Team Scottie, Team LeBron, or somewhere in the middle? And if you made it this far, you already know the deal. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked in. Because NBA drama never stops, and neither do we. See you in the next one.